Good evening, gentlemen. It is your boy Sirius, and welcome to tonight's live stream. Welcome to part two of Your Boos Mean Nothing. Okay, your boos literally mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer. I told you I was going to come back with a part two because we need to keep this short and sweet. Hell, I might even make it up to part four or part five because we need to make it so concise, so simple as possible to make people understand on why channels like mine exist, on why the red pill and MGTOW philosophy is spreading like a wildfire. I have to I have to make it as simple as possible. I have to, and of course we're gonna have a bunch of feminists like, oh, that's not true, that's not true. Well, I gave you like 200 pieces of evidence last night. Like you can't really dispute a fucking video of women being atrocious for various reasons. You were caught in 4K. You were caught in 4K. You can ignore reality, but you cannot ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. More and more men are getting fed up with their bullshit. And I got new reasons why. And of course, your boy, the Great Ghost, he's here to help me out. Okay. I told you guys I was going to get a guest today. I told you. But before we begin, let me go ahead and shout you guys out right quick. So I know I was running a little bit late. I had to handle some business. But real talk, what's going on? D-Man, of course. Revan, ZK Studios. I saw your fucking comment. Mushrooms are still gross. Kono, what's going on, man? Sergeant Grinch, what's good? Psy. Nah. Screw the mouses. That game, getting over it. I will never play that game again. I beat the game, but yeah, I destroyed 2 mouses in the process. Lego, what's going on? So Tunar, what's good? Real talk. I know you wanted to hop in last night, but we had to cut it short, unfortunately. So if you have time to do any call-ins, I'll definitely let you in first. Super Turbo Dash Shark, welcome back, bro. Just some random guy, was good, results oriented. I'm seeing a lot of OGs popping up tonight. Welcome everyone. All right, but before we officially begin, let's go ahead and add the one, the only Grey Ghost. He's probably not here right now because, you can see that his shit's on mute. But this is going to be a good one. It's going to be a great one.
I don't know. It auto-muted me.
Oh. Whoa, what's going on, man?
Hey, I got some minis to assemble, so I'm going to be occupied, but...
Well, I saw in the comments that you had something that you want to discuss.
Oh, there's a bunch of interesting news that just dropped.
And in regards of...
well, this is an example for cancer culture stuff, but also a good advice for streamers and anyone who streams in general.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so, we'll definitely hit that up after we hit these points. Too easy. So, without further ado, before, me and Grey Ghost we get into our rants, if you want to support your boy Sirius, link on top of the chat, Cash App /Sirius. Any donation is appreciated if you believe my channel is worthy of your investment. Thank you very much. All right, let us begin. So, remember, gentlemen, do you remember how women are getting more and more upset and pissed off that men are choosing to go the surrogate route or just straight up going for adoption or waiting for artificial wombs? Because in Western society, men have 0 reproductive rights. Zero, none, not. I can't think of one situation where a man has any say in the reproduction process. So what I mean by reproduction, I mean when the when conception happens, when the baby starts making, the man has no say in that. None. Once the baby starts forming in the woman's belly, it's up to her and up to her alone whether the child lives or dies. Do you agree with that, Gray?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
That's
what's up?
well, unless she's in a coma.
Okay, yeah. I see what you're saying. But overall, it's just crazy how they try to flip it on how it's the man's fault, right? First off, it takes. Oh, what's up?
Irresponsible ejaculations.
I fucking guess. Like first off, you chose to open up your legs and you chose to take that chance to get pregnant. And why am I putting more responsibility on the ladies? I'll tell you why. Because guess what? Men can pump and dump. Oh shit. She didn't know that. She didn't know that a man can literally just be like, I'm going to Mexico now. And you will never see him again. And guess who's stuck with the baby? Right? But once again, she is rid of any type of responsibility for the fact that she can abort the kid out of inconvenience. Not because of a medical issue, not because she was forced against her will. No, she just doesn't feel like having the baby. The baby doesn't fit her schedule.
Yeah, it's like, look, honey, just because you came back from Dubai with a little extra present doesn't mean you're entitled to that guy's money.
And that's another thing, right? When she says, it's my baby, that means that she's probably not going to keep that baby for much longer. Something's going to happen to that baby. That it's not really going to end well. But when she says it's your baby, she wants that check. She wants that child support check. You got to listen to the choices of words when you're dealing with baby mamas. Like, thank God I don't have one. That would be fucking hell. But for the men that do have or got a girl pregnant, you know what I'm talking about. She's flippity floppity. First she said, "Oh, it's my baby. I'll do what I want with my baby. You can't tell me what I do with me, my body, my choice, blah blah blah." But once you get on and once you actually start making money, you're doing well for yourself. All of a sudden, it's, hey, this is your baby. You need to take care of your baby. Don't be a deadbeat dad. Blah 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 blah. It's a lose-lose situation. It's literally a lose-lose situation. And then they act all shocked that men are just waiting and anticipating on hopefully one day able to afford a surrogacy or artificial wombs.
I would not be surprised if you spitball this. Imagine if women could sell their wombs. I don't mean rent them out. I mean like the same way that you'd sell a kidney.
We're not that far off.
Yeah, I mean, like, what do you think's easier, making a completely artificial one from scratch, or putting a perfectly functional one on life support?
Well, I never really discussed something like this before, but I say getting a already functioning one.
Yeah.
But
entrepreneurial PhDs, keep this in mind.
The only reason I'm bringing this up, chat, is because I have a video for you to watch. I'm sure you've seen it before. It's soul crushing, even to me. Not too many things can make me feel doom and gloom. But this video, it really fucked me up. It really did. It really did. Because, believe it or not, feminists, believe it or not, model women, there's actually men that want to be fathers. Oh shit. Oh, so shocking. Revelations. But this is more common than you think. Let me bring up this video. Do you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
All right. Brace yourself, gentlemen. I'm about to play it right now.
Please help her to listen.
Don't let her
Help
go
her
in
to
there.
listen.
No, don't do it.
Oh my gosh. They don't. It's not right. It isn't right.
I'm such a good dad.
I know, honey.
I took care of her kids too, and the guy that she's let back in her life doesn't even take care of his own kids.
See, I feel very, very bad for the young man. Not gonna lie, I really do. But that's where he messed up, messing with a single mother. That's where he completely messed up. I have sympathy for his current situation because it's beyond fucked up seeing your legacy just being murdered right there, done, nada, and there's nothing you can do about it. But this could have been prevented in the first place if he did not mess with a single mother. Because if she doesn't even have respect for the previous father, that she took the kids away from her previous baby daddy, do you really think that she's going to have respect for your child?
Guys in that situation, they don't think that far ahead. Like they just think like, oh, hey, a woman says she's willing to have my kid. Like that's at most as far as they think.
Agreed. And, I'm not trying to sound morbid. I'm really not, because once again, I feel him on this current situation. But at the same time, I see this as a blessing in disguise. Because now he has no connection with this woman anymore.
Well, we can hope
he can leave.
We can hope that.
Well, depending on the common law marriage and, all that other crazy bullshit. But if he has no connection whatsoever with this woman, especially when it comes to a child, he can just ride off into the sunset and start anew. Yeah, he learned this is a big lesson for him.
Like, if this is not the condition for him to get away from her, then he deserves everything else that comes afterwards.
I agree 1,000,000%. She literally killed your child and she feels that she doesn't even have to give you any type of consent. She didn't feel that she had to even talk to you about it. Nothing. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill your child because I can. That's fucked. And they're really shocked about artificial wombs talk being popular right now? Come on. That's what's going on with modern women right now. They're booing us men for even having these type of suggestions. But we see what made you cheer. Look at what you didn't even bother to console. You didn't even bother to try to have some type of no, you ignore the man begging you to not go through this because it's his child too.
I got an idea. Send me a link to that video, please. I got an idea for a future video.
Okay, I will. But that's his child too. See, that's where modern women tend to fucking not get it through their head. It takes two to tango. But I guess, it's just a clump of cells. I don't know why you're making a big deal, okay? It's not even alive yet, okay? You're just gonna rip it apart, by his arm and by his legs and just scrape it out like a gunk in a sink, okay? Like it's not a big deal. I don't know why you're getting so upset, or it could be a little bitch.
Yeah, they say they want. Yeah, it's like on one hand, like, oh, we want our men to be caring and emotional to open up. It's like, yeah, and this is what happens.
This is what happens. And like I said before, like, are you really surprised about eventual hockey mask time?
Yeah, I mean, the only way, like I think, if you can't stop your kid from getting yeeted, you could make it a 2-for-1 special.
Like, oh, let me see this real quick. Kono says she killed that child so easily. I will almost suspect it was her first time. I completely agree.
Probably.
There's no way. There's no way. Holy shit! Like, and they get mad at us for calling this out. They get mad at us for calling this out. And there's other videos which I will show later on the stream. There's literally women, especially for some reason in the alphabet community, bragging about having 6, 7, 8, 10 abortions. Bragging. They're proud about it. If that's not demonic, I don't know what is.
Yeah. And good check to vet your girl's social media history. See if she's ever liked an abortion post.
Man, see that's the thing. Unless it's about this is just me, my opinion only. Unless it's completely life-threatening, where the mother would die, or it was completely forced upon her, I'm not for abortion. And if she wants to give me any other reason besides those two reasons, she's out of here. Gone.
I ain't even giving her, and you know me, I ain't even giving her that.
I know you, but my thing is those are the two things that are passable to me. Life-threatening medical condition, or it was against her will, fine. Give me any other reason, get the fuck out. I don't want to hear it. You can't justify. You can't justify it. You just can't. Like, and the fact is, it's the feminists that's going out, walking down the street, saying, "Yeah, I ain't got 12 abortions, and there's nothing you could do about it, male."
I can prevent it from being 13.
I'm like, well, you're just a fucking murderer. Like, I don't know how else to put it. It's just a clump of cells. Well, aren't you a clump of cells? Is that iguana on that street a clump of cells? Is that donut a clump of cells? Everything's a clump of cells, stupid.
Yeah. So if human life is just a clump of cells, please excuse me. This abortion looks like it's 25 years overdue.
I saw that on Facebook. I was like, damn, that's fucked up. I love the dark humor. I love it. But what is your overall thoughts on this, on how Western women are getting pissed off that men are holding off on having any kids until they can afford adoption, surrogacy, or artificial wombs, but yet they're running around killing their own kids out of inconvenience, or they don't feel like it.
I put it this way: it's like, ladies, you've made your womb the equivalent of a dark alley with no police supervision. Why the heck am I going to let my kid in there?
Pretty much.
Like, y'all talk about how you're fucking scared to walk around alone at night. Your womb is far more dangerous to anyone than any alleyway. Because guess what? I can walk down a random alleyway. I could have a woman walk down a random alleyway. And I guarantee you, 80% of the time, 80% of alleyways are perfectly fine to walk down. Can you say the same that the wombs of 80% of women are safe environments for children? I don't think you can.
Nope. Not even close. So we will definitely move on to the next topic. Okay. And this topic, it'll be two different things, but at the same time, it'll mingle together. So we're going to talk about domestic violence. Ooh, domestic violence. See, a lot of women are calling men like us a bunch of bitches, bunch of pussies, you don't get no bitches, etc. Because at this point, we don't even want to cohabitate with a woman. We don't want a woman moving to our place in 2023. We don't want her in our house. And we have plenty of evidence why. Plenty. Let's go ahead and bring up Exhibit A.
Do your forehead again.
Can't. That hurt.
One more. Nope. What are you gonna do if he's lying and you're just abusing yourself for no reason?
Oh yeah, that's gonna be. Ready?
Yeah.
Cheesy marks.
It's red. Do your forehead one more time.
Yeah, that hurt.
Believe all women, right, guys? Let's go to Exhibit B.
You're about to witness one of the most audacious attempts by a wife to frame her husband for domestic violence.
She's dangerous, very dangerous.
Watch how this woman astonishingly punches herself in the face, not once, but twice, later telling police her husband bashed her.
It's flipped my life upside down. I'm not the guy who I used to be anymore.
This is a story about temptation and treachery.
No, I don't care about the story. Let's go to Exhibit C.
Now there's video of Mary Hunt having one too. Scott's attorney, Todd Foster, says the video is telling.
The explanation for the black eye is very likely different than that.
So did he beat her?
He did not beat her.
The bad blood between the millionaire and his ex-fiancée began after their nasty split up. Scott accused, but Foster says the bumps and bruises were self-inflicted.
No evidence that he ever beat her. And this video demonstrates that she is striking herself in that same area of her face.
Let's see it one more time.
Foster says the bumps and bruises were self-inflicted.
No evidence that he ever beat her. In this video.
So, based on that, Gray, do you blame men for not wanting to cohabitate with women at this time?
Oh, shit, that's the thing. Cohabitation is one thing. Like, that was fucking ex-fiance. They'd broken up.
Oh, I'm saying this because it also happens in the home.
Oh, yeah, it absolutely happens in the home. It's just a question of how fast are the cops going to come and get you? Like, because that's the thing. If you're in the same, because I guess the thing, like, she can smack herself with a hammer, call the cops, have them at the door, show the fresh bruises, and bam, you're lucky if you are just led away in cuffs at that moment.
Yeah, I agree. And once again, majority of men are too afraid to even do anything, to even defend himself, knowing the consequences, knowing how shit will escalate very quickly. And he is automatically the aggressor because he's bigger than her.
Heck,
Even though he has all the wounds, he's the one that's bleeding.
Even if he's smaller than her, doesn't matter. He's the man.
Well, yeah, but many men also know out there that it will escalate to the point the girlfriend or even the wife, whatever, will escalate the situation to the point where the man can potentially get hurt or killed by the cops.
Yeah. Like, all she's got to be doing is look out the window, start screaming her neck off, and the cops are going to come in, guns drawn.
And then, bam! Before you're able to explain yourself, you're getting jumped, or worse comes to worse, you'll get one between the eyeballs, like in the forehead.
I mean, like, honestly, your best case scenario in that situation is while she's screaming bloody murder, like you be watching out the window too, when you see the cops coming in, you immediately assume the position on your knees, hands behind your head.
Yep, that's the best thing.
Don't even be standing. Just be on your knees, hands behind your head as soon as they come in the door.
And gentlemen, unfortunately, I know it happens in with all women, but especially black women, they relish the power that they have when it comes to the boys in blue. You have no idea how many times they use cops against black men. You'll be so shocked immediately. They're you know how hyper masculine black women can be in general. Yes, I can say in general. And as soon as the man has enough and starts to and defends himself, she's quick to call the cops, knowing it's pretty much over for that black man.
Like,
He's going to jail, or he's definitely going to get hurt by the cops.
Yeah, like let's be honest, dude. Like if you're going to defend yourself against your woman, you better be prepared to put her in the fucking ground. Like that's the thing. Like you can't defend yourself and then have it be, oh well, that's it. It's like no.
Well, I'm saying majority of men, they're not willing to do that.
Well, then I think that we should make it quite clear. It's like, look, gentlemen, if you are not willing to put the woman in the ground, then she's too dangerous for you to have in your house. You shouldn't live with her. You shouldn't have a girlfriend if you're not willing to put her in the ground.
Well, the whole that's the whole point, right? That's why I said when it comes to this segment, they would much rather not cohabitate with women anymore.
Yeah,
they don't.
And that's the thing. It's like, well, why don't you want to? Why don't you want to live with a woman? Because I'm not willing to be a murderer.
Or don't want to deal with the bullshit.
Well, no, but that's the thing. Is like that's the step. Is like I'm not willing to be a murderer on that regard. Because if you accept a woman into your life in that way, it has to come with the understanding that there is a chance that she is going to try to get you killed over domestic violence charges. And the only way to protect yourself is to take her out first. Just keep in mind, domestic violence charges, the guy often gets beaten or arrested violently or even outright murked on the spot. In a hockey mask time scenario, unless the guy takes his own life, they take him alive.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. But that's why it's very important for these model women to understand why men are like, I don't even want you to live. I don't want you to even move in. No, stay the fuck out. You have your own place, right? You're strong, independent, right? You stay at your area, I'll stay in mine. That's it.
They ain't gonna understand.
Hell, you're lucky to even know where I live. Because fuck all that.
That's the thing, you won't get the women to understand because they're just gonna get all up in their feelings and be like, well, I don't feel that way. Well, I would never do that. They're going to make all kinds of excuses as though it's a personal attack against them.
Oh, I don't. No. Don't explain the entire thing. They just let them know. No, you're not moving in. That's it.
No,
I don't have to give you a reason.
It's not the women that need to understand because the women aren't the ones that set the boundaries. The men are the ones that set the boundaries.
Yeah.
So it's the men. Like men, you need to understand this is the reality, and if you don't take these precautions, you're putting your life in her hands.
But that's what makes it hilarious. The model women are getting pissed off about it. The homelessness among black women is skyrocketing right now in the United States.
Oh yeah.
Because they thought they were bad bitches, bad queens, living off that government assistance until rent went up by 200%. All of a sudden, those food stamps can't afford, the rent no more. And now they're out on the streets. And they expect some Captain Saberho to come in and save the day.
Oh, hell no. They ain't even it ain't even as simple as, they can no longer afford rent. It's like, no. They are charged for the rent that they should have paid. But they blew all that money on fucking hair and nails.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is because of the inflation and all that other crazy shit.
That's the thing. There's controls on rent where it can only go up. Like you can't double the rent of someone who's already living at a certain area.
Depends.
Every official place that, okay, now again, this is Canada, Ontario laws, but every single place that I've been, there is a fixed percentage that they can increase the rent. And if they're going to increase it by a significant amount, first they have to get the current tenants out, and then they drive the price up.
Oh, to my knowledge, there's no fixed percentage in the United States.
Might be a US thing, but in Canada there are protections to prevent that kind of shit.
Right. Which is why, because their government assistants can't even afford the rent anymore. Because they're like, oh shit, why is rent up $200, $300? What the fuck? And they get kicked out on the street. And they expect a Captain Saberho to come in and save the day. They're like, nah, I ain't gonna. No, I don't want you in my house. I don't want you near me. I don't want you near my place. Men, at this point in 2023, men only have peace and freedom in their own home, alone. Once we go out there in public, there's always a chance of some fuckery happening. But when we come back into our little castle, it's just Zen mode. We just chilling, relaxing. Your home is the only place that you can relax, gentlemen. Because when we head out there, we can't let our guard down out there. You know how fucked up society is these days. You know, not just a crazy feminist. You know, you got some, crazy shooters and all the other crazy shit happening too. Oh, and don't forget about the women that likes to use false allegations, right? She doesn't even have to know who you are. Just if she can at least get your name or something, you could be hooked on child support, or you could be going to jail off of false allegations of rape.
Yeah, if a woman can point a finger at you, then she's dangerous. Simple as.
Yeah. I can pull up the story once again of a man don't even know who this woman is, but somehow, some way, she was able to identify who he is, and she put his name on the birth certificate. Somehow, some way, she was able to put the name on a birth certificate, and he's on the hook for child support. Never touched her, ever. Don't even know who she is. The court summoned him and say, "Hey, you're late on your child support." And he's like, "What the fuck?" Just think about it, gentlemen. That's why there's more and more men now. It's like, you know what? I would much rather chill alone in my own place. And let's say there are still men out there that wants to associate with women still, want to mingle with Western women. She needs to be in and out. As like, fuck all that. Do what you gotta do. Leave. Best case scenario, go to her place. Go to a fucking hotel. Never bring it back. Never bring it back to your place.
Yeah, no, I'd say hotel for one. Make sure you have all the details of that night, including the time. Like, that's the thing. You got to jump through so many hoops, because here's the thing. You go to the hotel together, you'd better make damn sure that you have security camera footage, both of you entering the hotel and leaving the hotel.
Yep, at least record yourself. Like, have some type of evidence.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you want the hotel security camera footage.
Will they even let you? Or
I'm not saying that you're going to be able to get a copy of it, but that's why you make sure that you know exactly when it would be, so that you can say, hey, look at the hotel security camera footage for this and this. You can see we are amicable upon arriving. We are amicable upon leaving. She had no bruises. She was not under any duress. Completely voluntary every step of the way.
I agree. And on top of that, a lot of men don't even want to go through that shit no more. Solely because there's more and more cases on dating apps. I have been on dating apps for like 5 years now. I think it is. Yeah, 5 years around there. Because women are starting to set up men. more and more and more. Cause shit's getting pretty desperate out here when it comes to inflation and stuff. Men, she's like, oh yeah, no, this girl's cute. Let me go over and meet her. He goes over to meet her. Bam, there's 3-4 dudes waiting to rob his ass. Shit, the fact that I have to be walking around with a concealed weapon to even go to a date? Nah, I ain't going through all that. I'm not going through. I did not have to deal with this shit overseas at all.
Just imagine like basically fucking Mad Max out there.
It pretty much is, but
It's like,
more
is
civilized.
it worth taking my freaking slapdash car held together by spit, duct tape, prayer, and blood, and driving across the fucking wasteland dealing with the local raiders? Just to meet a girl at some rundown coffee shop that's probably full of rats.
Well, shit, there's gonna be a fucking chaos over eggs soon, so that's gonna be fun. Let me play another piece of evidence regarding this situation. Shout out to Undead Chronic. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to how abusive black women are when it comes to law enforcement. They abuse that power like a motherfucker. Let me play this video. All right. I'm sure you guys already seen it before, but I'm gonna play it again. All right, listen very closely.
I just wanted to say really quickly, with black men and these mammies always talking about how unfeminine black women are and how unattractive we are. I was wondering why no one thought to say and voice their opinion that when I look at these white men, they are the epitome of masculine, and watching some of these police officers manhandle these black men in the street is very attractive, and it's a turn on, you know? And I'm wondering, does anybody?
Yeah. I know you guys heard it. I know I heard it. Did you hear it, Gray?
Oh, I heard it.
I know I heard it. So you
I
thought that?
wonder if this is why that Tyrese guy died.
Well, no. But chat, you thought that, you know, black men were fucking around? You thought that we were just shits and giggles when we talk about the crazy atrocities black women put black men through?
Actually,
you thought we were fucking around?
Sorry, what I kind of want to get this audio and put it over that Tyrese beatdown footage.
But they're all black.
I know.
Oh god. Anyway,
but that's what makes it better, because then it's like, well, maybe this is why. Maybe they think that this is how they act manly.
Yeah.
Look, I just think putting that audio over the video footage would be fucking hilarious. Let the chat decide. I can let the comment section decide whether or not it's accurate or appropriate. I mean, it wouldn't be my first bomb.
Oh, it's up to you if you want to do that.
Yeah.
But chat, this is clear-cut evidence thanks to Undead Chronic. This is the shit that black men go through with black women, and then they act shocked when black men are going overseas. Black men are going to deal with women from other races, other nationalities. This is the shit that a lot of black women don't want the public to see or hear. But now they're very bold at this point. Very bold. I'm gonna rewind it back a little bit, and then we will play the rest. Because you really need to hear this. Like y'all thought that we were fucking around. Y'all thought that black men were just talking out of their ass.
When I look at these white men, they are the epitome of masculine, and watching some of these police officers manhandle these black men in the street is very attractive, and it's a turn on, you know? And I'm wondering, does anybody else feel like that?
Hold on.
Yes, Lord.
Y'all off the chain, okay?
Hold up, what did I hear? Hold up.
Y'all off the chain, okay? Y'all are off the
And does anybody else feel like that?
Hold on.
Yes, Lord.
Some bitch said yes, Lord.
Yeah, I'm getting I'm getting that video right now, and I'm gonna add subtitles to that.
Wow. Some bitch said yes, Lord, agreeing with that woman. Let's go ahead and continue.
Y'all off the chain, okay? Y'all are off the proverbial chain.
That's Discord talk.
I'm telling
Oh,
you.
okay.
Yeah, that's Discord talk.
I was like, why has nobody said that? You know, because I'm like, that's masculine. You talk about masculine.
We say that all the time in Discord, Tanasia.
You say that for the back.
Yeah, you have to save that one for the back room when we got the door closed. I can't with y'all.
We used the hard R for long.
Okay. Yeah, I'm talking about, we say the hard R so hard it sounds like we growling back there around this bitch.
What the
Tanasia,
fuck?
you gotta come back there with us. Then you hear it.
Yeah, that's why the Chauvin video on Pornhub.
You know you're black too, right? Well, some of black women always acting like they're not black themselves. It's
Well-
because of the fucking wigs. I think it's because of the wigs.
But remember, they don't have a race.
I know they don't have a goddamn race. It's just fucking hilarious. Like, once again, it's kind of personal to me because of that one divested chick. You guys all remember that divested chick that I dealt with months ago with Undead Chronic? Like, bitch, we're the same color. Like, like what the fuck? So this is clearly a great example of what's going on in Ukraine. You get killed, and before your body is even buried in the ground, she's already hopping on some other schlong. There's a prime example. She gets turned on that the black man is getting dominated by a higher authority, which is law enforcement. In her mind, you know, white law enforcement. That's hypergamy. It's just insane. And they wonder why statistically they're the least desirable among all races of women.
Now, keep in mind, I'm willing to bet that that has less to do with their attitudes and more to do with the obesity rate.
Both. Definitely both.
Well, yeah, but it's more so like if a guy's, because like those things are done with like Tinder stuff. I'm willing to bet that guys are swiping left first on like on the fat women, and then once they see, okay, I matched with this one, then they read the profile and go, yeah, no.
I see what you're saying with the first initial attraction, right? That's very important. But as soon, which I believe the attitude outweighs the obesity. As soon as she opens up her mouth, whether she is fat or skinny, immediate turn off. Immediately. I don't give a fuck how fine you are. If you say bro or the N-word or my dude. I'm not trying to fuck another dude. Why are you talking and acting like you're a goddamn man? Whether she's fat or skinny, she will go from a 8, 9 automatically to a negative 1,000,000 if I hear a woman talk like that. And I'm sure the chat will agree.
You might find it a bit split.
I'm not dealing with no masculine bitch. I don't give a fuck how she looks. At least me personally. If you guys want to deal with another dude, I ain't talking about a tomboy. No, I'm talking about straight up fucking. She thinks she can whoop your ass type of masculine.
That's the thing. Like you mentioned, like my dude, my man. My first thought was Rebecca from Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
No. No. I say more aggressive than that.
Oh yeah, like keep in mind, guys. He just says that they're more aggressive than Rebecca, who answers the door with a gun to the forehead of whoever arrives.
Shit. That sounds like a typical day in the hood to me.
Well, to be fair, it is fucking Night City in the Cyberpunk universe, so it's probably actually quite common to answer your front door with a piece, gangsta style.
But I have one more video pertaining to this topic. But gentlemen, a little sidetrack. They boo black men for wanting to travel overseas or go date a woman from another race. They get very pissed off and very angry, very spiteful. But then they turn around and talk about shit like this. They turn around, essentially put men in jail, calling the boys in blue, potentially getting their man hurt or killed. The good men, they call dusty, lame, nerd. You boring. So I've seen what makes you cheer. You go for the Pookie and Ray Rays. You think. See, this is what I see from all women, right? Not just black women. They go for the bad boys because they believe that they can tame the monster. They believe they can tame the beast until they become the next target. They want a guy that's mean to the world, but good to his girl. That's not how reality works. But of course, they don't operate in reality. So as soon as the man looks at her and she becomes his next victim, oh, why'd you do that? Oh, men ain't shit. Oh my God.
Now, here's the thing though, because like this is the thing, the fucking nuance is missed. But let's look at the fantasy of it with Beauty and the Beast. Let's look at the Disney classic tale. How many other Bells had there been prior to Belle?
A good amount.
No, I mean in the actual movie.
Oh, I don't know the exact number.
0. Precisely 0. She was the first one.
Right.
Now, but with IRL beasts, she ain't the fucking first one. Not by a long shot. In fact, the dude who's the bad boy probably didn't start out as a beast. Probably started out as a decent guy and learned to become a beast. Like, this wasn't I was cursed by a witch when I was 10. Like, no. Dude grew up and saw fucking reality and realized this gets you better treatment. Like, they ain't visiting some dude who's been isolated in his castle in the middle of ass fuck nowhere talking to his furniture. No, this is a dude who's been socialized.
That is true when you put it that way. I agree.
Like that's the subtlety and the nuance. Like, ladies, You aren't dealing with some fairy tale prince who just needs somebody to love him. He's learned better than that. He's already had plenty of that shit and learned how the fairy tale ends.
Yep. And the saying goes, all these women are looking for the prince, but they tend to forget that the prince have countless options to choose from, because there's not that many princes out there.
Keep in mind, most princes, like, you don't get married based on who you fucking love. Like, that's the thing. It was always the exception to the rule. If you were a prince, you basically had to bring in a woman that, honestly, it was probably a political negotiation 9 times out of 10.
Agreed.
And the other 10%, it was just because you need kids now. And if there was going to be some fucking commoner bitch, she was your concubine just to give you backup children.
Agreed. Peace between kingdoms.
Kingdoms, principalities, baronies. Like, if you were nobility, no matter what your rank, you were either trying to maintain your current household or increase the ranking.
Agreed. I once again, I really don't. I'm assuming Disney is the one that changed the concept of what love is. Maybe, I don't know.
No, I'd point actually to the Romantic era. Like, Disney is not
Shakespeare.
No, legit the Romantic movement. Shakespeare was like a part of it, but I don't. Let me look up specifically, because that's where like all these fucking Harlequin novels came from. Yeah, like 1800 to 1850.
Oh, well, that was way off. So when it comes to that aspect, right? How you say, people overseas, they get confused on how much Americans overuse the word love. They get very like, why you guys are saying I love this, I love that, I love. Like, you're beating that word like it's a dead horse. You're beating a dead horse with that word. How can you feel so strongly about a fucking biscuit or a TV show? Like, what? It's oversaturated, and to the point that the word love doesn't really mean anything anymore. And love never, and like you said, love had nothing to do with marriage. Marriage was a duty. I repeat, marriage was a duty. Now marriage is a business for the powers to be.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it was always a business. Now it's just far more profitable and ubiquitous, because now your fucking peasant is expected to pay the price of the nobility.
Well, business as in political business back in the day, and now it's monetary gain. Because back then, like you said, it was mainly to tie families together and maintain social status and all the other crazy shit. Now it's literally, how much money can I get? How much money can I extort from this man? You know, the woman and the state. How much money can I extort from this gullible man now? But back then, it's to form relationships between two families, two kingdoms, making sure, you know, you don't go to war and lots of people die. Yes, gentlemen, war was prevented through marriages as well. But the traditional concept of marriage is dead, is officially dead. Nobody can tell me otherwise in the West. So right now, everybody's running amok. Nobody knows what's happening anymore. And now more and more men is like, you know what? I'm going to worry about me now. Because according to society, I'm not needed. But then they get mad at you for walking away even though they say that you're not needed. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, you're not needed, but don't you dare leave.
I'm like, which is it then? I don't know. So, are you strong and independent, or you need a man to survive? Okay, you're strong and independent. Okay, I'm gonna walk away. What do you mean I can't walk away? You just said you're strong and independent. See, it just goes back and forth. It just goes back and forth. And gentlemen, let's keep it real. No woman is truly strong and independent on her own.
Take away all the charity, all the government issued finances. Take away every bit of male support. She's fucked.
Yeah. Until I see women themselves go to a freaking island or little landmass and actually construct their own society and able to maintain and have a successful matriarchy, they're never ever going to be strong, independent, don't need a man. Since the dawn of time, they always need a man.
Okay,
when it comes to what's up?
Women can't even run a business exclusively with women, and that's the thing. Just women in the office, not doing anything practical, not doing anything difficult. Literally, just they're all doing fucking desk work and coordination. And they're still dealing with males outside of their immediate business. They can't even do that.
I agree, which is proving my point. That's what I'm saying. Until I see them build a successful matriarchy on their own, nobody else, I don't want to hear it. And it's a rhetorical
That's the thing.
question. It's rhetorical.
I think men could literally hand them a fucking pure setup matriarchy, and they wouldn't even be able to maintain it.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's my point. It's a rhetorical fucking scenario.
Yeah.
They can't dispute me.
But that's the hilarious thing. Is like, no, you can even it up. Like, because they could probably bitch about having to make everything from scratch. But we'd be like, no, look, we could literally hand you fucking utopia and then just go hands off and leave you to your own devices, and you'd self-destruct.
That's it. Like, to see the fact that I don't even have to know a person. Hell, I mean, I don't even have to know a man. Hell, I don't even have to like a certain man. But we can still put our differences aside to make sure that shit gets done. And I'm sure you gentlemen have done it all the time. While you were in school, during football practices, school projects, when you went to work, when you had to work with certain coworkers you didn't like, etc. We can all hate each other, but if a job needs to get done, we can put all that shit aside and get shit done. Because if we don't do it, who will? Just saying, who, like, nobody else is going to do it but us.
Yeah. The condition being, though, is that we have to benefit from it. If we hate a motherfucker and there's a task that he wants us to do just to benefit him and not to benefit us, he's fucking high and dry.
No, how about doing something that, hey, if we don't do it, we're all going to die.
That's the thing. Like, yeah, men will absolutely bunker down for that. But that's the difference, is that it's got to be something where if we don't do it, then we all die. It might even, but we'll do it. It's like, hey, look, if we don't do this, then it's going to bite us in the ass in terms of profit. Like, we might even work with someone we don't like just because it's more convenient than finding another job.
Well,
like, it doesn't have to be at the extremes. We'll do it under very mild circumstances. Whereas women, it can be a do or die situation, and they still will refuse to work together.
No, we saw it on that show all the time, the Survivor show.
Yeah.
They had no water, no food. They had their water container was infested or contaminated with rotten meat or that shit. Nobody bothered to go clean it out. They were just screaming, yelling, crying, like just fighting it out. Even though there was some disagreements among the men's group, they still got shit done. Like, yeah, I don't like you, but we need to eat, bro. Like, we need to build a fire. We need to build a shelter.
And we need to delegate that shit because because we're not going to all be able to do that shit individually and make good time. So like, we got to fucking split up our duties. Again, we got to delegate. We got to make sure. And, you know, there's some dude who's going to be the leader. Maybe I'd like to be the leader, but I recognize that the guys have respect for you. You got more charisma. And it would honestly just be a bunch of wasted energy trying to fight you for the leadership position. So fuck it.
Yeah, and that's the big thing, right? Us men, we know there's a hierarchy. There's always a natural hierarchy when we are in a group of men. It just happens. It just forms. We know who's that guy and who's the weakest link of that group. But the women, they're collectivists. They're pretty much socialists, communists. Everything has to be shared in equal parts. Everybody has to do everything equally, and everybody gets to share the rewards.
Yeah, like let me put it this way: only women can get away with arguing it's not fair and be taken seriously.
That is true. Because I'm like, this is why communism in general won't work, right? In simplest terms, oversimplified. One person could be busting their ass off, and this person ain't doing shit, just being a fat fuck. But both of them get the same awards.
Yeah, well,
Like,
I think
what the fuck?
I think it's really funny. You know the story of the little red hen?
Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Tried to hit the mute button, but wasn't fast enough.
Too late. I heard of it, but I forgot what it was.
Yeah, no, basically, like chicken, like this little red hen grows wheat, threshes wheat, makes flour, bakes bread, and every other animal she asks for help with refuses to help until it's, well, who will help me eat the bread? And then all the creatures show up and be like, oh yeah, I'll absolutely help you eat the bread. And she's like, nah, bitch, none of y'all help me make it, so I'm the one who gets to eat it.
Which is completely fair.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The irony is that it was a little red hen, i.e. a female chicken.
Yeah. Which is, I don't know, man. It's just that in 2023, we still need to have these type of discussions because we even have men, right, that were raised by women, single mothers, that truly believe that women are on par with men when it comes to survival, at least. Like, no, we're not. No. Women will die without us.
Yeah, like, it's one thing to hear a woman say it. It's when you hear a man say it that you just shake your fucking head.
Like, are you stupid or are you dumb? Well, probably both.
Like, if a guy genuinely believes that, it's like, congratulations. You are part of the 30 to 40% of men that are dumber than the average woman. Congratulations.
See,
you've probably met women smarter than you, and that's why you think women are smarter than men. It's like, no, women aren't smarter than men. They're just smarter than you.
Pretty much, because isn't men the smartest and the dumbest, like at the same time?
Yeah, we got more extremes, but keep in mind, I think that has a lot to do with independence. Like, a guy will get a bad idea and he'll stick with that bad idea, even being independent of it to everyone else, because it's his and it's individualistic. So I think you'd get more extremes that way, whereas women are very collectivist. So the most intelligent women will dumb themselves down for acceptance from the group.
That is true. I've seen that often, actually. And I'm sure that you associated with women that are above average when it comes to smartness, but as soon as they're around their little girlfriends, they act just like they become a fucking bimbo. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you talking like that? Why are you talking like a valley girl? What the fuck? Like,
I ain't seen that, but I've seen otherwise intelligent women make increasingly dumb decisions from specifically because they were influenced by other women to do it.
Oh yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, not just the decisions, but how they portray themselves. You know, like, why you talking like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like, well, why are you talking like a fucking bimbo? You know, but they are way more worried about social acceptance, so they're quick to do a 180 and be dumb around their little homegirls. Where is it? Oh, Frost. My favorite part of that show was watching the women shivering under a tarp and crying. See, and that's another privilege that women have. They have the privilege to just cry and moan and weep. And I know they were doing that hoping that the men that were not that far away from them will come in and save the day.
Well, that's the thing. Like, they're probably hoping that the male camera crew saves them.
That too, yes.
Like that. That's the one variable that I really would like. If I was going to do that over again, like that entire experiment, I would instead just set up security cameras and take the human element out of it.
Oh yeah. Personally, I don't know, man. Like
go full on Big Brother with it.
They should have. And here's another thing. The oh my god, the women on that show, they fucking suck. They suck at the bartering system. They can't negotiate for shit when it comes to trading items. Like, it is not that hard. Like, I remember, wasn't the dude that had like a fish or a chicken? And
passing dude, like boating with a fish. And then she manages to convince him somehow to give her a fish, and then she comes back like, I caught a fish.
See, anytime a man does something good, women come in and take the credit. But the other situations where the men and the women get together and the man has something that the women want, but the women, they're like, oh, you trying to screw us, you trying to do this and that, and they huddle together trying to have a big old meeting, and the men are like, yo, what the fuck, like what are they doing? And they actually turn down the offer. I'm like, are you stupid?
Yes.
They're making it better for you. They're getting the shit end of the deal.
Well, that's the thing. Like, they get somewhat of a good. It's the Superman thing. They're like, oh wow, we got this much of a good deal, so we better play hard to get, so they'll give us something better.
I'm like, what? We're in a survival scenario. We're not back in New York.
No,
what are you doing?
That's the thing. Like, they're gonna keep demanding more, asking for more, until someone eventually says no.
I think that's what happened. I think the men said no. Like eventually, yeah, they're like that. Like no.
Yeah, like the men will eventually say. The men eventually said no. But that's why, like, guys, you're being generous towards them initially. Like, no, they're gonna try to get more. You always want to give them like less than the bare minimum, so that they actually fight for it. And that way you can give them what you initially intended to give them, but they think that they pulled off a big victory convincing you.
And you see, that's what a lot of men tend to. They need to realize that there's such thing called leverage. Leverage is always key when it comes to negotiating. Who has the bigger leverage? Who has more to lose or more to gain? Once you're able to figure that out, doesn't matter how small or big the negotiation is, you need to figure out who is going to benefit more out of this, and you need to make that plan based on, do you have the leverage or not?
Way to put it, I think here's a simpler way to put it. If one man has money and the other man has a gun, there ain't going to be no fair exchange. One guy is going to walk away with a gun and money.
Unless somehow, some way, right? You know, and once again, this ain't no TV show. This is real life. If somehow, some way you're able to convince him that, you know, there's some plan B where he feels satisfied that he'll get the better deal from plan B, then sure. But 9 times out of 10, plan A is plan A.
Yeah,
I have a gun,
unless
you have money.
Unless you're Nicolas Cage in Lord of War and you're saying, yeah, you know, you could shoot me right here and take the money and keep your money and take the guns, but then there's no option for repeat business. Like unless you're pulling something like that off, when one guy's got guns and the other guy's got money, you're just going to end up with one guy that has guns and money.
Right. And that's a big like having certain skills is also a big leverage. Like what you just said, you know, being an arms dealer. Everybody, well, world leaders needs arms dealers. You're too valuable to get killed. You're too valuable to stay in prison. They need a third party. Can't really say much more, but you guys get the drift, okay? Once you are at that certain point when it comes to leverage, you're pretty much almost untouchable.
Yeah.
Same thing with survival, right? You have you have the fishing nets, you have the knives, you pretty much control the lake, you control the food. You have a bunch of men on your side that's willing to defend you. And there goes the ladies can't even create a fire. And they have the audacity to try to get an upper hand on the men. Like, are you stupid or are you dumb? I have everything. You have nothing.
Yeah, but that's why it's like, well, what do you bring to the table? I am the table. Like, it's the same thing. Like, ladies are not accustomed to needing to have anything to trade.
That is true. I agree. But these modern women, man, they're fucking different, man. They're just, I don't know. I truly believe they're just have this internal struggle with nature versus nurture. Actively throughout their lives since they're born, they just have that internal struggle between female nature and the feminist indoctrination. Just internal conflict, because they truly believe they can have their cake and eat it too.
The feminist indoctrination is basically saying, hey, you can act like a man and have all the powers of a man. And then you have all the men trying to play along and just keep the illusion going.
Yeah, because they want to get laid. That's what a lot of women can't understand, right? Women can't handle the truth. They can't. Even your own mother can't handle the truth. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it.
Your mother can't handle. Your grandmother probably can't handle the truth.
That too. Oh yeah, I forgot about grandmama. So of course, in order for men to get what they want from women, which is some of that puniti, they will lie through their fucking teeth 24/7 until they get what they want. Because if they said the truth, if they told the truth to women all the time, no pussy.
Fuck
Women
yeah,
love
AD,
beautiful
just,
lies.
Just getting some fucking peace and quiet's hard enough.
Right, but women, they love sweet nothings. That's what you gentlemen need to understand. Why do you think channels, mainstream channels, are gaining traction, but yet channels like mine, Hammerhand, Under Chronic, Sandman, etc., we're being demonized and attacked because we are just saying the simple truth and facts. The mainstream channels right now in the manosphere, they're whispering sweet nothings to both men and women. Men simps, but women, they love to hear some delusional bullshit from channels like Femme Sapien and Just Pearly Things. They will never keep it honest. They will never keep it real. Do you really think that they're going to talk about the shit that I'm talking about right now on their channel?
Not in any depth.
No, they'll probably like skim by it, but when it comes to actually holding the sisterhood accountable, hell no.
Yeah, no, anything that holds the sisterhood accountable, they're not going to. And we know why. We've seen what happens when a woman dares actually point out that men have a point. We saw what happened with Cassie J. Like she fucking got ostracized and harassed, and she got torn the fuck apart.
Yeah, and what's that channel's name again? Liberation Y?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Liberation Y. It was damn it. Hey, what was that Twitter account that Libs of TikTok? I think it was called.
Yeah, Libs of TikTok.
Yeah. She got ostracized hardcore. And that one African American lady, she's like in her 70s now. But back in the 80s, she was, and until this day, she was actually defending men and defending keeping families together. Oh, she is still hated till this day. I'm gonna look up her name to see if I can find out who she is. But yeah, that's what happens when you go against the sisterhood, because they want to call the manosphere a cult. That's straight up projection. Feminism is a straight up fucking cult.
And it's a death cult, because if they ever actually achieved everything they wanted, there would just be death.
I see what you're saying. I agree. Had to think on that for a second. Like, what do you mean?
Like, ain't no fucking happy ending. Everything's hunky dory with feminism. Like, no, they get everything they want. As soon as they get it, that's when the dying starts.
Well, true. She got a little big old house, got those expensive cars, a Gucci bag. Her career, yeah, she's alone.
Well, no, because here's the thing. Let's take the most extreme feminist, like absolute extreme, where this ideology is headed, like 10th generation feminism. Everyone in Congress, the president, every political power is a woman. The leader of every business is a woman. Every man is either enslaved or dead.
Okay, yeah, it won't get that far, but I see what you're saying.
That's the thing. Like, if they had their feminist utopia right now, they'd immediately start dying.
I agree with you. Or even try to get close to it. It's not going to end well.
Like, that's the thing. It's not going to get to that point because it will fall apart before it reaches that point. But that's the thing. Like, they're like, even if they could achieve their aims, it would only end in death. Like, there's no sustainable feminist utopia.
I agree. I agree with that. I'm gonna address this right quick. DC, thank you for your generous donation. He says, "Where overseas you want to go? Africa, Asia?" I'd rather go back to the Philippines actually. Philippines, maybe go back to Malaysia and Thailand, and maybe Indonesia. I already had my fun in the other countries, Japan, Korea, South Korea. So there's still places I want to go, but Africa, I'll think about it because I heard there's some good places in Africa as well. I wouldn't mind visiting. I want to see the difference between African American women and actual African women. So that'll be something interesting I'm gonna look forward to. But first, I gotta finish my adventure in the Asian section. Second one, Saving Nation. Thank you very much for your generous donation. He says, "Thanks for all your hard work." No, thank you for supporting this channel, okay? Because once again, this is still pretty passionate. It's a passion of mine still, right? Even though I've been winding down a lot more than what I did last year. Because once again, it's getting to the point where I've said all that I needed to say. But I'm not done yet. So best believe, as long as I can, or as long as I feel like it, I'll still give you some good shit. And before we continue, once again, you want to support your boy, link on top of the chat, Cash App /SirUdis. Any donation is appreciated if you feel my channel is worthy of your investment. So, Grey Ghost, want to finish this last video before we go on to the topic that you want to talk about?
Yeah.
We'll finish this. It's a short video. This is why, gentlemen. See, remember, mainstream media, all these feminists, soon the state, the government, is going to go after men like us, choosing to be single and alone, and we just want to do our own thing. And here's another reason why.
Now to that false charge, 1 year in prison. That sentence tonight for the woman who falsely accused 2 football players from Sacred Heart University in Connecticut of. The students say what she did has changed their lives forever, even though they have been cleared of all wrongdoing.
Those 2 students were never arrested, never charged with any crime, but the accusation was serious enough, so much so they say they had to leave school, their reputation in tatters. A year in jail for telling a lie that cost 2 young men their college careers.
I don't know why they add Andrew Tate at the end, but hey, that still proves our point, gentlemen.
Yeah, no, like the funny thing is, like, using Andrew Tate, they're trying to be like, oh, well, he's being led away on false charges. Like, I'm pretty sure that he's been bragging about the illegal shit he does on videos. So, kind of a different story. It's like if you posted daily on YouTube about how you did horrendous sexual shit, and then you got accused for doing horrendous, then you got accused of doing horrendous sexual shit and walked away, and they were like, and you were like, oh no, this is a false accusation. It's like, really, bro? Because it'd be like a rapper like listed out. no, straight up Gangstalicious.
Yeah, I remember that.
Boondocks Gangstalicious. That's what it's like. It's like, I'm sorry, Andrew Tate right now is Boondocks Gangstalicious.
That is true, but when it comes to false accusations, gentlemen, I truly believe that the person that committed these false accusations, no, not a year. You should serve the same amount of time that these boys would have served if they were found guilty. So at least 20 plus years. That would be a huge deterrent when it comes to lying. Because once again, their reputation is pretty much fucked. Like that's what a lot of people can't comprehend, right? First off, women don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck of what they've done to you. Okay? In fact, they're probably proud about it. They're only mad when they get caught and have to be punished. 2, even though they were proven guilty, there will always be associated being accused of rape.
Proven innocent, exonerated. Yeah.
Even if they're exonerated, they will always be associated with this shit. Always. It will never go away. So that type of bias will always be in the back of people's minds if they know about the situation. The fact that he was accused, his reputation is just fucking destroyed. I'm just saying, gentlemen. Putting out false allegations of crimes that serious, you should serve the same amount of time. You should serve. I don't care. You should serve the same amount of time. You lie knowingly. This person can go to jail for decades. Like there is no excuse. None. If it was up to me, you will be locked up, and you will serve the same time that this person would have served if he was found guilty. There'll be a lot less lying motherfuckers. But that's just me. That's just a hypothetical.
Yeah, no, personally, like here's my idea, because like again, I'm not really a huge fan of people being locked up for crimes to begin with. I see it as wasteful. I say, like, because here's the thing: you could put them away for that length of time, and give them 3 hots and a cod on the government dime in a women's prison, or hear me out. You cut off the ring finger on their left hand.
I see what you're saying, but I'm gonna still stick with the prison time.
I stick with the finger thing, because what do you think's worse, Heat? A woman having to serve a couple, like maybe a decade or 2 in the pen, or a woman who can never be married, ever, and forever bears the mark. First thing that it's like, Your Honor, he did XYZ. Show me your left hand. It is forever a stain that she's untrustworthy, and the public shunning. Like every man would be looking at a woman's left hand to see if she's got her fucking ring finger.
I see what you're saying, and that is definitely, a good idea, and it does save money.
And I'd say it's a far more effective deterrent, because like they can hide the prison sentence. Like women pulls this shit at 20, gets out at 40, can absolutely fuck over another dude. Woman who does this at 20 loses her ring finger, rest of her life, everyone is going to look at her as though she is scum, men and women alike. No woman will want to be associated with her. No man will want to be near her.
I see what you're saying, but with the seriousness of rape allegations, she won't be getting at least 20 plus years, So let's say she does do it at 20, she leaves at 40. She's already hitting the wall. She doesn't know how to integrate back into society per se.
There's still a simp, man. There's always going to be a simp.
Well, once again, I will also implement, which I think is a good idea, people that are known to be liars through the court system. I know you can cut the finger off; it'd be a lot easier, blah blah. But in my scenario, that's what I would do. And no 3 meals and all that. No, fuck all that. They're not going to get treated well.
They got it. They got to be kept alive, Yeet. And then if you don't,
Well, of
then
course
women,
they'll be kept alive, but they ain't
women
gonna
are
be treated
gonna
well.
women are gonna bitch about all the conditions are inhumane. This is X.
Well,
Y,
you should have lied.
No, but I guess the other women will complain on their behalf. Like you know how it is. You know how.
Well, you can. I'm just saying, my scenario, like you could take a place if you wanted to leave. Sure. Be that sacrificial lamb. Let's go. Like, come on. No, shut the fuck up. Go away. But I also see your plan is very efficient. You don't have to waste any resources. It's just clip and then be on your way.
Yeah, just like you just get out a cigar cutter, done.
But like what Frost said, where did Frost? Where you at? He says, I'd rather get one of my fingers cut off than go back to prison. That's the thing, right? Because you already know inherently women's prisons are treated a lot better than men's prison. Now, fuck that. Let's go with equality.
The only way that you're okay, well, let's be honest. With all the new trans women entering women's prison as inmates, we're getting a little bit closer to equality.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. I will be doing Yidis news tomorrow. I wanted to talk about that. That was insane. That was insane. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it has to be kind of later. I got shit going on until like 9 o'clock. So
Oh no, I'll be doing mine at like noon or 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'll be working at that point.
Yeah, I'll be doing a part 3 if you want to join, because hopefully Hammerhand will be joining as well.
Yeah, if I can make it. See how my evening runs.
But what did you want to talk about before the stream started?
Yeah, so just recent bit of streamer drama. I don't know how in tune with it you guys are, but a key advice to anyone who streams. Before you stream, before you hit that go live, for fuck's sakes, close down any not safe for work content you have.
Oh boy, what happened?
So this one Twitch streamer basically, like he tabbed and he had one tab open to deep fakes of other streamers that he knew personally and his wife knew personally.
No.
Yes.
Wait. I think I saw that in a video.
Yeah.
Earlier today. Was this about Pokimane?
Yeah, it was a Pokimane deepfake.
So what kind of deepfake?
Like a porn deepfake. That's the only deepfake that anyone gives a shit about. It's like what? Why deepfake of Pokimane is the president of the United States? Oh, what an embarrassing tab to have open. It's like, nah, man. It was.
Yeah, I'd rather blow my brains out. But no.
So yeah, guys, like I'm sure none of you ever peruse porn, but if you do and you stream, for the love of God, close that shit up. Close every fucking tab, close every single folder. If you can hit like fucking show all your tabs and porn is visible, I'm sorry, you're an idiot.
So the wife found out, everybody found
out. Everybody found out. And now he's had to make a fucking public emasculating apology, non-apology, where he tries to explain it. He's like, no, dude, that was paywalled fucking content. You did not just accidentally stumble onto that.
No. What did that Pokimane chick say anything about it?
I don't fucking know, and I don't fucking care. Like for me, I'm just looking at it from the perspective of a streamer. It's like, my God, man, you're an idiot.
I just want to know her response, because that has to be mad awkward.
Oh God, yeah, that has to be mad awkward, especially if they have to meet in person. But yeah, this guy's fucking career is probably over. There ain't gonna be no more fucking stream collabs. Ain't gonna be any more features or shoutouts. It's like, nah, man, you're fucked. You're fucked.
Okay, which one is the think it's this one right here. I always laugh my ass off. Here, can I? Is there any sound? Hold up. Let me bring this bad boy up. Because it's always these type of women that's making a big deal. Not gonna lie. Well, they are pretty much the face of feminism. So, do.
I was thinking, like, motherfuckers, like, look, what I fucking do with my AI generator is between me and the algorithm that thank fuck is private. So, but like, I ain't gonna fucking have a tab of that shit open while the stream's up because I know that these things like to glitch out at the most inconvenient times possible.
He said, "Don't king shame."
And that's the thing. I don't give a shit about him fucking looking at deep fake porn of people that he knows IRL. Like, you know, a celebrity IRL, you want some deep fake porn of them. It's like, well, you know what? I think that you could probably do better, but whatever. Like,
honestly,
people have their own fucking shit. It's that you kept a tab of it open. Like, I got literally over 100 fucking tabs open on Brave right now. Not a single one of them is not safe for work at all. None of the folders I have open are not safe for work at all.
Well, honestly, at this point, you should just own up to it. Just
well, no, that's the thing.
You,
like,
you can't
owning up to it. No, like that's the thing. Don't own up to it. Just like I'm not saying don't own up. Okay, I say don't own up to it. I mean don't fucking talk about it. It's like yes, you got caught. Move the fuck on.
Like just be like whoopsie daisy and just cross it out and keep moving.
Yeah, you just be like, well, okay, got to delete the VOD and moving on to the next stream and just ignore it. You make a fucking public apology video. I'm sorry, do not clout chase over your fuck up of that magnitude. Keep it fucking private. You make a public video of it. It's like, dude, no. Just don't address
crazy.
the damn thing. You fucked up. You goofed. Let that shit die down. Maybe go on vacation for a bit. Take a while off of streaming.
That's true. But yeah, everybody gets forgiven eventually anyway. It's the fucking internet, you know. Unless you
forgiven. Nah, people just fucking forget.
Well, but unless you abuse dogs or do some crazy shit like that, yeah. If you do something that crazy, then yeah, the internet will always remember.
And I'm pretty sure Amarath did that. And
what, abuse her dog?
Maybe it might have been her cat. I don't know. I remember that one of those fucking like Twitch streamer thoughts, like literally picked up her animal on camera and threw it over her head.
Gotta love Sims, right?
Yeah.
We forgive you. Please show some bugs.
Like that's the thing. Like if it was a fucking female streamer who had deep fake porn of some guy that she knew, no one would give a shit. But like it's a married dude with deep fake porn of someone he knows. Like,
yeah, I kind of figured it was her, Alinity.
Yeah, Alinity. Again, one of the A ones.
Is she like in her mid-30s now, or
I don't
late 30s? She's old as shit now.
Probably. Don't know. Don't care.
But keep Mike's Vic's name out your mouth, you this great football player, but fuck him for having those dog fights. Fuck him. But let's watch this video right quick, because there's usually these type of women that are making the biggest deal about, feminist bullshit. See if there's any
oh God. You can just see that face.
Can't hear anything. Where's the value? Oh.
Up. Yeah.
My choice. My choice. My choice. My choice. My choice.
I mean, yeah, adding the fucking metal soundtrack does make it appropriate.
Bro, is this sexual assault? Like, what the fuck is she doing? You see it, right? She has her arm around him. Like, look at her face. Jesus.
Yeah.
You know those the
Like, does she need to take? Let's be honest. Does she need to take a shit?
Probably.
Like, that's the thing. Like, I look at that. Like, I see those kinds of faces in two locations. Number one, anime power ups. Number two, dude taking a massive shit.
That's true. And this woman right here, right? You know those artworks that Undercrying does when he's slaying the what's it called, the warhogs, something like that.
War pigs.
War pigs. Yeah, that's she literally fixed.
Yeah,
she fits the description. You know,
to a T.
And here's the biggest thing I wanted to talk about, because I was going to talk about tomorrow, but we will talk about it right now, right quick, and then we'll die the stream down, because I know you got to do your thing.
I set myself on fire today. Chat, it was kind of fun.
Yep, it is
So
true.
I gotta
Set himself on fire.
Gotta fix my clothes now.
That is crazy. So, want to talk about the sex strike thing, which I was like, you know what? Let me take a read. Let me read that right quick. And I was laughing my ass off. I'm like, really? All these women that a man would have touched with a 20-foot pole? I say, oh, if you want to take control of my body, then you can't have sex. Like, all right, cool.
With you?
I don't care.
Great. It's like your local fucking crackhead saying that he's not going to work. You look at it, it's like, you were working?
Oh shit! Like, girl, I will not. Like, I will pull it up, but I don't want to make you guys sick. I really do not want to ruin you guys' night.
You use the power of imagination, gentlemen, to just imagine the kind of woman that you'd look at and go, "Wait, someone's fucking you? Really?"
And I'm like, it's a Tuesday. Why are you guys like? Do you guys even work? Why are you guys out here at 1:00 in the afternoon? So you can clearly tell they don't have a job.
1 in the afternoon on a Tuesday.
Like, well, we don't want you anyway. Like, no, go away.
Yeah, no one wants to fuck you. Like, you going on a sex strike, like, that ain't gonna change who gets laid. And guess what? You weren't getting laid by the kind of guys that you wanted to fuck anyway.
Bingo.
The kind of women who were getting fucked by the guys they wanted to fuck, they ain't going on a damn sex strike. Because when they've tried, they don't even make it a week before they're like, I need to get laid. That's the thing. Like, the reason that they do it is because they think it works. And the reason they think it works is because it works on them.
Yeah, they truly believe that, you know, oh, all men want is sex, all men want is this, all men want, like, you're not wrong, but not with you, and we have better things to do.
That's
We
the thing,
don't
is, like,
just
it's not, that's the thing, but it's not even true. It's not like all men want is sex. It's like, no, all men want sex, but that's not their number one priority.
Yeah, they got a lot of shit to do. A lot of places to be. Sex is nice if it comes by, but I'm way too busy with work, hobbies, catching up with a couple of shows, being a video game, puzzles, going to the gym. Like what are you doing? You just laying in the middle of a fucking road talking about, I won't have sex with you. Wee.
It's like, bitch, these orc armies are not going to assemble themselves, all right?
Oh man, it's just some things that they just, our society is way too safe. Way too safe. And that's the only way I can explain what's going on.
No, it actually reminds me because here's the thing. So there's this one guy I know who apparently like razzed another dude at karaoke by just loudly shouting out gay. Just loudly shouted it out. I guess he thought it was funny or some shit. And then the waitress or whatever went up and was like, "Oh no, you can't say that in this day and age." I'm thinking, the only reason that he feels safe saying that in this day and age is because he's confident that no one's going to punch him in the face for being that much of a dick.
Agreed. And don't tell me what I can and cannot say. I don't do that.
Yeah, no. It's like, no. Here's the thing. Like, let him say that, but then let him get punched the fuck out. Because if you're going to call the cops when someone punches him out for doing that, then you're effectively protecting his ability to say that kind of shit.
Oh, shit.
Like, remove people's police protections, make them actually susceptible to violence, and watch them, like, stop being such lippy bastards.
But in today's day and age, you can't say shit no more. What is a woman?
Well, that's
We
that's
got
the-
to that point.
So long as you're not a public figure, you can say a lot of shit. Like, that's the thing. Like okay, like if you went down the street in your car right now and shouted out gay at some random passerby and drove off, what the fuck's going to happen to you?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Like, it's whatever. Well, unless they want to blow it up out of proportion by 1,000,000% and try to go viral on Facebook or whatever.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's short of them having their phones out at the exact moment that you say it, and also having a good enough phone that they capture the resolution of your license plate or something. They can't and aren't going to do shit.
Oh, I see what you're saying, but
So,
it just go.
you can
What's
say
up?
it. It's when you're a public figure that people can actually do shit that will potentially harm your reputation or your career or whatever. Well, like, can you imagine someone calling up your workplace and going, "Hey, I just found that one of your employees shouted gay at a pedestrian on the street yesterday."
I'd be like, he's gay. Like, what do you want me to do?
But that's the-
Like, what's wrong with that? He's gay. It's 2023. I get what you're saying. It's just the slightest butthurt can ruin your life. From a public figure can ruin your life.
Well, yeah, well, that's the thing. If it depends on who your audience is.
That is true.
Like that's the thing. It's like live by the male feminist sword, die by the male feminist sword.
That's the only male feminists and simps. They're the worst.
Yeah, like if you don't put yourself in a position where those people have power over you, you're basically untouchable by the woke mob.
Pretty much. I agree with that. Oh, and chat. Do you take ibuprofen before, right, Gray?
Yeah.
Did you get the 800 milligram ones?
Yeah.
Like pretty much horses pills, like big ass fucking pills.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever gotten any that I thought were, oh shit, this is fucking massive. Keep in mind, I'm in Canada.
Okay, true, but yeah, the 800 milligram ibuprofen is like, god damn, like I had to drown myself with water just to wash that shit down.
Yeah, no,
It-
I've never taken a pill big enough to make me think, does it go in the top end or the bottom end?
Well, the shit works though. Now that's some potent shit. All the pains go. Oh, but once again, gentlemen, I'm gonna say it before, say it again, and I'm sure that Frost and Gray can agree. Health is wealth. Focus on your health, okay? You think that you're invincible when you're young until you get that first arthritis pain. You get that first broken bone and it's hard for you to heal, or you get sick and it takes you a lot longer to get better.
Don't underestimate the importance of stretching, gentlemen.
Stretching is important too. And then all of a sudden, one of your organs are not working as well. Take care of yourself. And the main way you can do that is stay hydrated. That's the cheapest way you can do it. Drink water.
Yeah, honestly, most people don't drink enough water. I know I don't, and I really need to.
I've been for the last few months, and sometimes it's not that fun. You know, you have to go to the bathroom often, like shit. Because I drink almost a gallon a day.
Yeah, that goes pretty far. So
I'm like, work harder, kidneys, work harder. Filter that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just a daily reminder, gentlemen. You have to stay. You don't have to be Hercules, but just your health, this should be your main priority, right? Since most of you guys are probably not going to have a family in the far future, you have to be able to be self-sustainable for the long run. So your health should be a big priority. Because once you're unable to do things yourself, it's going to be pretty complicated.
yeah, at the very least, stay active each day.
Yeah, at least go on a walk around the block, maybe, just get some sun in, get the vitamin D.
Yeah, if you can do calisthenics of any kind every day, do them.
I hate doing burpees. Burpees is the worst.
Yeah,
Like,
but
damn, it sucks.
that's like walking is one thing, but you got to do something with like your chest and your arms too. So
That is true. If you don't have access to a gym or gym equipment, you always have body weight. Or if you have anything heavy in your house to carry. We're just looking out for you, gentlemen. Because, to repeat myself, if you do not plan on having a family, you staying as healthy as possible for as long as possible should be your top priority. But, Grey Ghost, do you have any summary of what we've talked about so far, such as abortion, false accusations?
I think I'll just cover the general topic here, which is most of the people nowadays who are going to dislike you, you have to understand why they dislike you and what they like. Because you do not want everybody to like you.
Agreed.
Like, you want some people to fucking hate your guts.
Because there has to be some reason why, right? And
Yeah, like if everybody likes you, that means you do not stand for anything at all. Like I was saying, if nobody hates you, you're more milquetoast than Tim Pool.
if everybody hates you.
If nobody hates you, you're more milquetoast than Tim Pool.
They don't see you as a threat. They don't see you as, there's like, what's going on, little buddy?
Well, no,
having
that's
a
the
great
thing. Like, think about how easy it is to be hated. Like, again, like today, Mr. Beast fucking heals 1,000 blind people, and he's got people fucking hating on him. So,
wasn't he called the Antichrist or something like that?
oh, probably he was called fucking everything in the book. It's like you can literally fix the problems and improve people's lives, and there's still going to be someone that fucking hates you. So the only way for nobody to hate you is for nobody to give a shit about who you are or what you do.
Yep, you're pretty much an NPC character in their lives. You're just there.
like if you're even there, like, no, you're not even a fucking NPC character. You're literally just one of those non-interactable background noise characters. You don't even have any lines. You just kind of exist as scenery.
They'll probably take one look at you for a couple seconds and then, forget about you. That's it. And we've been told, at least I've been told ever since I was young, okay, if you have enemies out there, then you're at least doing something right. You're doing something valuable, like, because you're always a villain in somebody's story.
Yeah,
always. But
something
if you know,
noteworthy. Someone, like, if you're doing something significant enough that someone fucking hates you openly, viciously, you're doing something right by somebody else too.
Completely agree. Noteworthy, also agree, because there's always going to be two sides. How you say? People are going to love it. People are going to hate it. And then in the middle, people are going to be indifferent. But if you can get people opposing, and your intentions are good, right? You have good intentions, and you still have people like, oh, that piece of shit, fuck that guy. It's always jealousy.
I ain't even a big fan of the like good intention shit. It's like, no, I am more than happy for there to be somebody who has terrible intentions but still does shit that benefits me.
I see what you're saying.
Because here's the thing. If you had the choice between someone who had terrible intentions but did positive shit and someone who did nothing at all, which would you prefer?
Somebody that has terrible intentions.
Yeah.
Like
easy enough, because you care, because at the end of the day, what someone intends to do doesn't matter. Plenty of people do horrible things with the best of intentions. So intent doesn't matter, results matter.
Well, wouldn't that still correlate to you're always a villain in somebody's story? So it works both ways. I agree.
Yeah, it works, but it's just like, don't get too caught up on intentions. Like, focus on results.
I see what you're saying. But at the end of the day, when it comes to men being hated, of course we're being hated right now. At least men that are realizing the bullshit that's happening right now in society.
Well, let's be honest.
They don't want us. What's up?
Like, it's just different. Like, we're hated for different reasons. Like, I struggle to find men that aren't hated, because guess what? It's not like these fucking simps are loved.
Well, no, of course not. I'm just saying the men that actually realizes what's going on out there and try to tell other men, like, hey, this is the real shit that's happening. That we're I will say number one on their list of trying to get rid of us. Men that, how you say, woken up from the American dream, woken up from the Matrix, like what Andrew Tate says. It's men that realizes the bullshit. We've been fed lies all our lives, and we didn't go into the slaughterhouse like we were supposed to, like the divorce and family courts. We're trying to tell other men, we're trying to warn other men, hey, don't go in there, because this, and this will happen. They don't want us to spread that type of information, because that does not benefit the state or the feminists. I mean, modern women. So we're definitely number one on the list.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. I think it's more it's hatred because like let me say, imagine you're playing a fucking poker game and then all of a sudden a bunch of your chips just decide to walk off the table.
I'll be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. That's what the men are. Like, we're not hated enough on a personal level. Like, we are what they thought were guaranteed resources that are just fucking off.
Right. We're
like the people that they
we're the-
really hate. They're like those are the buggers that they're fighting with them, that they're fighting over. The people at the top, they don't really give a shit about the men. They just want their chips to stop wandering off the table.
So how about they hate the message?
That's the thing. They hate this. They hate the cause. They hate the reason that the chips are wandering. Yeah. So yeah, hate the message.
It's still crazy how MGTOW made it to Canadian Parliament. I'm till this day, I'm still shocked. I am still shocked. I'm like, wow. I didn't know it was gonna go that far. Like, okay.
Some base fucking intern who's probably fired by now.
Because they just literally introduced that word to so many other men, and now the men like, MGTOW. What is MGTOW? Let me go ahead and look up what MGTOW is.
Yeah, I swear, like the Streisand effect. Like, I think at this point we just have to accept that people at the top will never understand the Streisand effect. Well, but no, even with this streamer drama, same deal. Streisand effect, just constantly trying to get ahead of it or control it or shut it down. It's like, motherfucker, you get what you want faster if you just ignored the damn thing and moved on with your life.
Agreed. And in fact, it'll be way more respectable, in my opinion. In my opinion, I'm like, all right, he's still keeping the movie. He keeps pushing. Cool.
Yeah,
you know?
like the whole Jack Murphy thing. If like that's the thing, like when he got outed by that $5 tweet, he should have just been like, yeah, I said a lot of crazy shit back then, and then moved on.
Oh yeah, because after that crazy outburst, people went full on FBI mode.
Yeah,
digging
to dig
into
him
his
up.
past.
Like if he just fucking played it off with some like, yeah, I was at a dark time at that point in my life, and then just moved on. Like they weren't gonna fucking go deep on the follow-up questions. He was getting softballs anyway. He made a big deal about it, so it became a big deal. Anytime this drama shit comes up, just be like, yeah, that was a screw up.
I still couldn't believe it. I saw it with my own two eyes when he spazzed the fuck out. I was like, wow. Do you know the it's similar like the moon landing, you know, when the Apollo lands on the moon, everybody like cheers and starts shaking hands, and that's the feeling when we finally saw Cuck Murphy like explode.
Gentlemen, we got him.
Literally. Because didn't we do a raid on that stream? I'm pretty sure we did.
Yeah, it was a big raid.
Like, we can't believe it actually worked. Oh, it was an amazing celebration. I think didn't Ribby have like a 1-year celebration last year? Or did his like channel get deleted by then?
No, I think he had the 1-year anniversary. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm sorry. That's in my opinion, that's manosphere history right there. The downfall of Jack Murphy.
Well, that's the thing. Like the fucking cuck beard is now like it's a meme. Congratulations, Jack Murphy. You are now the symbol of cucketry.
Oh shit! When he got outed, he lost 20,000 subs. I was like, yo. That's a lot of fucking subs he lost. And then he just gave up. He tried, like you said, he tried to do damage control, but it's already done. You freaked out even more. Like you brought God into this, like Christianity.
Yeah, like I
into
need to
this?
be forgiven. It's like, just okay, like we ain't the ones who decide whether or not to forgive you. God's the one who'll decide whether or not he forgives you. And unless you intend on meeting him right now, it ain't gonna be for a while.
Nope, not at all. You know,
So until then, we get to laugh at you because laughing at cucks is not a sin.
and you know, it's one thing that he did all those things, you know, especially with Matt from Tinder and all that stuff. It's the fact that everything that he was preaching for the last year and a half, 2 years, just completely shattered at that moment. Like, you know, he was talking about, oh, I'm 6'4", 5, 240 pounds of, you know,
Beer
muscle. Yeah. And keep masculine frame. Yeah, boys. Right there, everything shattered when he freaked out like a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Hey,
And then, of course,
leave me
now he's-
alone. Why the fuck are you attacking me? Like, damn. Like, she was only asking a question, bro. Relax.
She was asking a fucking super chat question, man. That wasn't a personal attack.
What do you say? He's like, fuck you.
Yeah, heartfelt.
Yeah, heartfelt. Like, what? What? It was downright pathetic at that point. And then when he tried to storm off, like after the show, those skinny ass jeans, bro. What the fuck? You looking like a
Dr. Robotnik. Dr. Eggman, really.
Yeah, Dr. Eggman. That's a better one. Oh man, it's that was a fiasco because what came after that situation was even crazier. You know, when he was doing those things with
The
doing
shit
those,
man,
like-
it can't unsee.
yeah, I truly felt bad for Manic at that point when he had to do some type of reconnaissance. I was like, oh no, I'm sorry, Manic.
Don't worry. I'm pretty sure that since then, many hundreds of people have shared Manic's pain because you know other people went looking.
I got a super chat from AC. Thank you very much for your donation. He says, Last of Us episode 3. Bill went full MGTOW at first. Episode 3. I've been hearing some shit about the Last of Us show. Like, did they like plug in some LGBT nonsense again?
Oh yeah, full on gay kiss on camera.
Like, why can't they?
That's why I said just fucking watch a let's play of the game.
Like, is it canon? If it's canon, then I don't have a big deal.
Maybe
I'm gonna have to.
Like, here's the thing. Like, this is what's weird is like Joel initially has a kid who fucking dies during the initial outbreak by getting shot by a dude. And that's a big part of why he's so protective of Ellie. It's a father-daughter relationship.
Right.
Now, not having played the full game through, I've heard that there's like references to Joel being gay. But I don't know, and it was never a major plot point.
No, they made him. Oh no. No. I can't rant about it because I'll get in trouble. Why do they keep fucking everything up, bro?
Well, it's because it's all about pushing the message. It ain't about delivering the story. That's why I said don't bother with the show. Doesn't matter if it's good in the first 2 episodes. It's going to be fine for a little bit, and then they're going to start inserting the woke shit as soon as they have people emotionally invested.
Oh,
do this every time.
Gundam says demoralization.
You're not wrong, because like they're trying to destroy the culture. Last of Us, like they're basically doing their damnedest to corrupt part 1 of The Last of Us, since fucking part 2 was a train wreck from the moment it left the station.
it's like, come on, why can't y'all just stay with the fucking lore? If you stay with the lore, like Puss in Boots, the Last Wish movie, which I watched,
Yeah.
and I enjoyed that movie from beginning to end. That movie was fucking phenomenal because they didn't try to pull any type of woke shit.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The only people who don't want woke shit are the people who want money. These people who are pulling the woke shit, they don't care about the money. They don't care about the success. These are not the original creators doing this kind of shit.
I know. Just mad fucking annoyed, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I would have flipped the fuck out if they tried to pull that shit with Puss in Boots. Oh, let's just say that there will be like a 2-3 hour rant. I will have been on YouTube right away if they try to pull that woke shit.
Puss in Boots 3, he gets into a romantic relationship with Peritone.
Oh no!
You think they wouldn't do that shit? I put nothing past these people.
They would, but wouldn't that be bestiality or something like that?
He's already a cat.
I don't know,
dude. Dude. B movie, the main plot is literally a dude getting cucked by a fucking bumblebee, okay? We have long since passed that point.
Oh shit, okay. Oh, that's a very good point. Damn it. Okay, but yeah, it was a very good conversation today. I definitely plan on doing the part 3, and tomorrow at noon chat, I will be going to Yeetus News. So let me go ahead and find the damn channel. Let me get the link. All right, come here, you. Give me the link. Because I have a lot to say. Is the link down there? Let me see. Oh. Don't click that link. Don't click that link. That's the video. I didn't give you guys the actual. Let me try this. Boom. Okay, there we go. Stupid chat. Keeps moving. Okay, here we go. Go ahead, y'all. Here are the links. If you haven't subbed to the second channel, I will be on that channel tomorrow at noon or 1 o'clock. So I don't know if you guys are going to be on break or on your lunch break and all that stuff. But there's a couple of news articles that I want to go over, especially the one where the rapist decided to turn trans and he went into a all-female prison. I think they took him out. I don't know yet, but I'll do my research.
Her out.
Oh shit. Oh, I got a generous donation from Mr. Pliskin. Thank you very much. Once again, he's looking out for your boy Sirius. I appreciate it. Also, once again, throughout the next couple weeks, we will do like more and more updates to make the channel look more professional. So look out for that. What the? Okay. I think we're good to go. You good to go, Gray?
Yep, good.
All right. It is your boy, Sirius of the Great Ghost. This went longer than expected again, but Hopefully you enjoyed the gems that we dropped on you today. Thank you everybody that participated. Max participation from the chat. Also, thank you everybody that decided to donate. I completely appreciate you guys willing to give your hard-earned shekels towards this channel. So you will get 2 live streams tomorrow, one at noon and the other one at around 7:30. And hopefully I'll be able to get Hammerhand on. So we are out. Peace.
Peace out.